All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going on a tour of our future, and we're covering everything from $1 ideas to billion-dollar projects. We're going to look at tech that isn't just changing the world, but is actually starting to redefine what it even means to be human.
So I want you to think for a second. When you picture the world in, say, 10 or 20 years, what do you see? Flying cars, cures for impossible diseases, humanity on other planets? Well, a lot of that stuff, it's not really science fiction anymore. It's happening right now.
I mean, the scale of what we're building today is just mind-boggling. We've gone from the humble light bulb, which, don't get me wrong, completely changed the world, to designing billion-dollar rocket ships that are literally built to make us a multiplanetary species. The spectrum of what's possible is just, wow. So, are you ready? Let's start this tour with the technologies that are changing human lives on the most personal, intimate level. First up, we're going to look at how technology is becoming more than just a tool that we hold in our hands. It's becoming something that can literally be a part of us, augmenting our own potential, and in some cases, giving back what was lost. So this is Neuralink. It's a $10,000 computer chip that's implanted directly into the brain. And for someone like Nolan, who was paralyzed for 8 long years, it's nothing short of a miracle. It's his connection back to the world. He can now control a computer completely with his mind. So how does this magic actually work? Well, it's almost beautifully simple. Nolan just thinks about moving a cursor. That's it. The chip reads his neurons firing, translates that thought into a digital command, and boom, the computer does it. He can play video games, send texts, just by thinking. Okay, before I even tell you what this next piece of tech is, I just want you to hear those words. This is the best day of my life. That came from a 12-year-old boy named Kai, the moment he got to experience this next innovation. This is what prompted that reaction, a state-of-the-art bionic arm. And just like Neuralink, it's all about connecting the mind to the machine. You see, Kai was born without an arm and was abandoned as a baby. This $25,000 device uses sensors to read the nerve signals in his forearm, letting him control the hand just by thinking about it. He can pick things up, he can shake someone's hand. It is absolutely life-changing. Okay, so we've seen how tech can become a part of us. Now let's zoom out and look at how it's poised to completely redefine our daily routines. Everything from the morning commute to how we get a package delivered. Come on, we've all been dreaming about flying cars our whole lives, right? Well, they're here. In a race to work, a $150,000 flying car went head-to-head with a regular car. And while the normal car was stuck in traffic following the roads, the flying car just took a straight path. It got there 10 minutes earlier. Imagine your commute with one of these. And hey, it's not just people flying. It's our packages, too. Wing is a drone delivery service that's already a real thing, getting you what you ordered in just minutes. This isn't some far-off concept. They've already made over 750,000 deliveries, even to crazy remote spots like the middle of a forest. Okay, let's take a major turn here, because the next batch of technologies, well, they aren't just changing how we live. They are changing life itself. We are talking about fundamentally rewriting the rules of biology. Look at this number, 220 million. That is how many chickens are killed for food every single day. It's a scale that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. But what if we could have the meat without ever needing the animal? So how on earth is that possible? Well, a company called Upside Foods has spent over $200 million perfecting this process. Basically, they take a tiny sample of cells from a chicken egg, put them in a big container called a cultivator, and just feed them nutrients. And those cells multiply and grow until you have real chicken meat. No farm, no slaughterhouse. But of course, that leads us to the one question that really, truly matters, right? All the science in the world is great, but it all comes down to this. Does it actually taste like chicken? And there's your answer. In a blind taste test, a professional chef was given both lab-grown chicken and farm-raised chicken, and he literally couldn't tell the difference. He said it was scary how similar they were. This could completely revolutionize our food system. So if we can grow meat in a lab, what else can we do with DNA? Well, a company called Colossal is using its $400 million technology for what they call de-extinction. And it's not a joke. They've already resurrected the direwolf. They're on track to bring back the woolly mammoth this decade, and the dodo bird is next on the list. And this isn't just about bringing back the past, like some kind of real-life Jurassic Park.
Colossal is also trying to protect the future. They've created something called a biovault, which stores the DNA of over 1,000 species that are alive right now. So if any of them go extinct, we have the genetic blueprint to bring them back. It's like an insurance policy for our entire planet. All right, for our final section, we're going big. I mean, really big. We're talking about humanity's next giant leap, the technologies that are being designed to take us beyond the confines of our own world. So if you're going to live on Mars, you have to basically pack an entire planet's worth of life support. That's what this is. This $500 million biosphere is essentially a mini Earth in a bottle. It's a totally sealed, self-sustaining world that makes its own oxygen, recycles its water, and grows its own food. It's the perfect blueprint for building a colony on another planet. And how do you get there? Well, that's where SpaceX and its billion-dollar Starship come in. And just look at the sheer audacity of this plan. They're not talking about launching one ship. They're talking about thousands, each one carrying 100 people. The goal here isn't just to visit Mars. It's to make humanity a species that lives on multiple planets. Of course, getting back from space is just as hard as getting there. When Starship re-enters our atmosphere, it gets hotter than molten lava. So how does it survive? With these incredible heat shield tiles. In a test, they put a 2,000-degree blowtorch on one side, and on the other side, there was 0 temperature change. 0. It's just unbelievable science. You know, it is so easy to scroll through the news and social media and just feel like the future is bleak and negative. It can be really overwhelming. But honestly, seeing all of this stuff, giving people new abilities, bringing species back from the dead, literally reaching for the stars, it's really hard not to feel a profound sense of hope. And that brings our tour to a close. We've seen technology that can become part of our bodies, change our daily lives, rewrite biology, and even get us ready for new worlds. So I guess I'll just leave you with this question. Looking at all this, what part of the future excites you the most?